So, it's interesting when any of us are in reactivity mode and we're reacting to a situation, it's generally really important to find a way to quiet your nervous system. And that comes in 9 flavors too, in terms of the Enneagram, but here are some good tips. Grounding your presence, or finding a way to get back in your body, even for our body types, whether it's stomping on the floor or the traditional Zen deep breathing, or whether or not it's just tapping on your body parts to remind your parts that they're intact, whether it's jumping up and down, whatever you need to do to remind yourself to be back in your body and to come back home to yourself and ground your presence. That's where mindfulness and meditation come in. We quiet our central nervous systems, we return to our bodies, and once we can do that, we can bring our attention inside and begin the self-observation process. As one of my great teachers, Helen Palmer, describes it, it's taking the focus of attention and bringing it in and down. And when you take the attention in and down, something happens that begins to cultivate this inner observer. And the ability to grow your inner observer is like practice, it's like exercising a muscle. The more you do it, the easier it is to do. Some of the means of cultivating your inner observer is to look at where you place your attention. Is your attention, out there? Is your attention on something that happened in the past? Is your attention on a plan that you might have for the future? Is your intention in daydreaming, imagination? So we have all of these categories of where we place our attention. And the more we're aware of those, the more easy we can navigate the landscape and move back and forth between these different categories. Am I imagining something right now? Am I planning something now? Am I regretting something that's happened in the past? Or speculating about something that might happen in the future? The more we're aware of where we place our attention, the easier it is to really regulate the flow of energy, because wherever we place our attention, energy follows. So if I place my attention on what I'm going to have for breakfast tomorrow, or just try it yourself, think about what you're going to have for breakfast tomorrow and notice how your thoughts really begin to imagine, cooking your eggs or the bowl of cereal, or heating up your oatmeal, or taking that peanut butter on some bananas, or having a donut, or whatever. And just notice how the experiences of your senses come alive, the visuals come alive in your head. So we're taking our attention and placing it in ways that are going to help us calm our central nervous systems down, become grounded in presence. And when you do that, it's much easier to stand back from your type. Some people identify themselves as a type on the Enneagram. We can identify with the patterns of that type, but I am not my type. I'm so much bigger than my type.